Welcome everyone. Welcome Mayor Slaughter and everyone that made it out here today. Very excited to be here. I'm David Jaramillo, co-founder and chief technology officer at Verne. And today marks the start of a new chapter for Verne, one that focuses on scaling up our energy innovation. We intend to do this as fast as possible. Our country faces an unprecedented energy mismatch between supply and demand. This mismatch will continue to grow due to data centers, autonomous systems, advanced manufacturing, and other sources. And our electricity grid can't handle all this load. So Verne's mission is to solve this exact problem. And we're doing this through the creation of a decentralized energy network based on natural gas and hydrogen to complement our aging electrical grid and power the industrial base. So to do this, Verne leverages our unique technology stack. We developed a process to increase the density of hydrogen by cooling and compressing the gas. And this type of hydrogen is known as cryo-compressed hydrogen. It's the most efficient and lowest cost way to move that hydrogen around on a truck, for example, as you see behind us, and large trailers to bring it to where it's needed. And so to make this possible, to make this really high density hydrogen and lower the cost, we had to develop new heat exchangers and importantly, a first of kind cryogenic high pressure storage units, which is what we're gonna build here. And an example is right behind me covered in white powering this truck. And this technology solution greatly lowers the cost of delivering hydrogen, making it cost competitive head-on with diesel for on-site power generation. We leverage this cost advantage to offer energy as a service, and we can provide industrial scale power within weeks, bringing in hydrogen fuel, providing the generator to the customer site. And some of those customers and markets include data centers, construction sites, ports, airports, and energy production sites. So we started this mission in San Francisco, quite far from here, working with US National Labs. So Lawrence Livermore National Lab led a lot of the early science in this work, and we leveraged that government-funded work. We received strong financial support from companies like Amazon, Caterpillar, United Airlines, NextEra Energy, and other innovators seeking solutions to the growing power needs. And we're now at a major inflection point where we need to go scale up production and deploy the technology. And so in order to do this, we need to learn and collaborate with best-in-class manufacturing ecosystem. And to have fast impact, we have to combine our innovation with the manufacturing know-how. And there's no better place to do this than right here in Pennsylvania and in the Muncie-Williamsport area, and that's why we're here. Our manufacturing site selection started over 18 months ago. So we were considering, not necessarily did not want to move from California, so we're considering California, Nevada, Ohio, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania and Lycoming County really stood out. And the main reason, there's a lot of reasons, but the main reason boils down to the world-class manufacturing ecosystem. So not just the company, but the whole ecosystem around it. So it's companies like PMF, who are leaders in their market. It's Chamber of Commerce and their strong support for business and manufacturing business. Skilled local talent supported by Penn College Technology is one example. All that serves as the foundation and the supply base for next generation energy technologies. And a lot of those companies, the supply base is already here. Companies like Lifeguard Technologies, HIP, Cryostar, are all developing essential things for next generation energy. So since day one, we found great local support from Jason, Chamber of Commerce, Aaron and Bruce at Business PA, Ken and John at PMF. And the last factor that really solidified us coming here, of course, was the generous Department of Community and Economic Development package. And so that will enable us, and already has enabled us, to accelerate opening up this site, ordering that first equipment, and start to engage apprenticeship programs for our first hiring. So where we're gathered here, it's empty right now besides a truck. So we got the keys July 1st, but we're going to be opening up our manufacturing line, being led by Kevin Haynes, who's got extensive experience. And in less than 9 months, we'll have the space filled. And so we'll want to invite you back in about 9 months to really show you all the progress we've made in that time. We'll manufacture the cryo-compressed hydrogen storage systems, as well as best-in-class systems for natural gas storage, leveraging all the great supply base and talent around here. And we want to start to manufacture about 500 units per year by the end of 2026, and then ramp up to about 4,000 tanks per year towards the end of 2027. And then our plan is to stay here. We can either expand within this facility or go to neighboring sites. And so from developing the first long-distance oil pipeline, which happened to be to Williamsport, to the first steel mills in the US, Pennsylvania has always been a state of many firsts and has always been leading our country's critical infrastructure. And so Vern is very excited to come here, build on this rich history, work with great local companies and support networks, and develop the next generation of decentralized energy, accelerating the hydrogen economy and then power our most important industries. And so we're really grateful for all of you showing up. I think with all the local support, we're really energized by it with last minute invites and everything, so thank you all. And of course, we're really grateful for Governor Shapiro. And so with that, please welcome me in join me in welcoming Governor Shapiro.
Thanks, David. Thank you so much. Thanks, David. It is really good to be back. You know, on my way over here, I was stopped by one of your local residents who said, you know, hey, Gov, didn't I just see you here a few weeks ago, months ago, bringing jobs to the community? I said, yeah. He goes, that was about Gnocchi, right? And I said, yeah, that was over in Union County. He goes, well, what are you doing here today? I said, well, we're back talking about more jobs. Very different than Gnocchi, though. We're talking hydrogen today. But I do think it speaks to the real resurgence of this region, that we can be a home to the first American gnocchi manufacturing site for that particular company. And now we can be home to this extraordinary technology on hydrogen. And I think that you know, Pennsylvania is on the rise, this region is on the rise, Lycoming County is on the rise, and I'm excited about where we're heading, excited about all of the local support that we have here for this important announcement today. And hopefully I'll be back in a month or so to watch some great baseball too. So it's really good to be back and to see so many familiar faces. And I think this is a big day, of course, for Muncie and a big day for the region. You know, you heard David speaking about this earlier, and I must say he's a really extraordinary CEO who, by the way, dresses great too. I don't know if you see any similarities here. He got the memo. I wear this every day, so I don't know what you do, but he spoke about one of the reasons why they picked Pennsylvania was because of our rich history, our rich tradition when it comes to energy dominance. You know, from Ben Franklin's kite to the coal mines and oil fields of Pennsylvania, that fueled the Industrial Revolution in this nation. Knowing that northeastern Pennsylvania could be such a powerhouse in that, I know is something that attracted him to this site. Pennsylvania's energy economy has created great jobs. It's lifted people out of poverty and allowed families to have food on the table. It's powered our middle class. It helped give rise to the American labor movement, and it's kept the lights on for families all across this great nation. Of course, when fascism threatened freedom overseas, it was our Commonwealth that produced and made the arsenal of democracy the most powerful manufacturing base in the entire world. You can trace those roots to right here in this community. Today, I'm proud to be the governor of the Commonwealth that's the second largest energy exporter in the entire country, one of the most important energy producers in the world. And I think you know this about me. I'm competitive as hell. I'm happy being second. I'd love to be first. And we're going to continue our energy dominance and continue to grow energy and produce more energy in this Commonwealth, because that's what gives us more freedom, more independence, and more economic opportunity. I want our children to not only read about that rich legacy of energy production in the history books, I want them to see energy as part of their future in this region. I want them to know that they can get a great job in the energy sector and at companies like Vern that are doing this really cutting edge work in the energy sector. And so that is what brings us to today. I'm here today with David to help announce that Vern, this energy company that you just heard about, has developed this new incredible technology when it comes to hydrogen, and they've chosen to invest their manufacturing right here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. They intend to invest millions of dollars on top of the nearly 1.3 million that the Commonwealth is investing to turn this warehouse, where we are today, in a very short period of time, as you said, into a state-of-the-art facility to produce its advanced hydrogen tanks and generators, creating at least 61 new jobs right here in Lycoming County. I know that's great news for all of you, for Mayor Slaughter and to everyone here who cares deeply about the vitality of this community. You know, you heard before that for the past 5 years or so, Vern has been developing these innovative methods somewhere else to help deliver clean hydrogen energy for new projects that are looking for sustainable power sources. And now that they've proven their concept, they've done that hard work, they're looking to scale up and commercialize their operations, grow and bring this new technology to companies across the country. As you heard, they were looking at about a half a dozen states. I'm really proud that they chose Pennsylvania, and I wanted to be here today to make clear just how grateful we are to you for choosing Pennsylvania. We obviously, through our DCED team led by Secretary Siger, made an aggressive pitch for their business. And because we have unique strengths here in our Commonwealth, I think that makes us a natural choice as they build their first manufacturing facility in the United States. David and his team here at Vern told us that one of the biggest selling points, you heard him talk about this a moment ago, was that rich legacy that we have in the welding and metalworking industries here in this region. They recognize that Pennsylvania workers are the best in the country, and they have what it takes to do this work and to help them build a successful company and leverage the know-how that they have as a real asset for Vern. Another reason why Vern chose Pennsylvania was because of our strategic location. See, there's a whole lot of suppliers and companies they partner with who also build and manufacture their parts right here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And so once this plant is open and running in the next 9 months or so, they'll be a whole lot closer to those suppliers, with just a few even right down the road. That is the Pennsylvania pipeline at its very best, and something we are very, very proud of. I'm proud that Pennsylvania workers and Pennsylvania businesses are going to have a stake here in Vern's success. And so right now, if you look at energy and innovation in the landscape here across our Commonwealth, you'll see that there is a ton of excitement and forward momentum when it comes to this space. You can see it in South Central Pennsylvania, where I stood just about a week or so ago with the CEO of Constellation Energy, where we announced that we were turning back on 3 Mile Island to help generate more power to help power Microsoft and the future of AI in the Commonwealth. That's also evident in Bucks County, in the southeastern part of our Commonwealth, and also in Berwick, just about an hour or so from here, where I was last month, to announce, standing together with Amazon, the largest private sector investment in the history of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, where Amazon announced an initial, and I want to stress the word initial, $20 billion investment in building out data centers here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We're uniquely positioned because of our workforce. We're uniquely positioned because we generate energy, and we're uniquely positioned because of our know-how. I think Pennsylvania is poised for great success, not just in the AI space, but in so many other manufacturing spaces that rely on having an abundance of energy and cleaner energy in order to be able to do this important work. More businesses that want to innovate and lead on energy and cutting edge technologies like Vern They're coming to Pennsylvania. And it's because what we're doing here, what we've been building together over the last 2.5 years, it's working. And we should celebrate that. For the first time in 2 decades, we actually have a statewide economic development plan that focuses on energy in large part and is leading to us getting these big deals. The year before I took over as governor, we generated several $100 million that year in private sector investment. Over the last 2 years, thanks to our work and the great work at DCED, we're poised to do $30 billion in private sector investment. So Pennsylvania is on the rise. Lycoming County is on the rise. This entire region is on the rise because we are focused on smart economic development. We have cut taxes and we've cut red tape. We went from being in the bottom of the pack in the country when it comes to permitting and permitting times to now being a national leader. I actually chair one of the groups of the National Governors Association, helping show my fellow governors how you can permit more quickly in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and how they can scale that up. We've got important policies in place, like my Lightning Plan, named in honor of Ben Franklin, of course, so we can increase energy generation, bring down energy costs, create more jobs in the energy sector, and grow our economy around an energy focus. And all of that combines with our GSD attitude, our get stuff done attitude. See, we understand that time is money, and we understand the government has to move at the speed of business. And our job is to put points on the board every day, working together with the private sector and great leaders like David to do that. We feel like Pennsylvania is on the rise and moving in the right direction. With the right attitude, with the right policies, and with the right resources, we are getting it done. And so we're going to continue to focus on energy, from clean hydrogen to natural gas and nuclear and renewables. Pennsylvania will again power the United States economy and power our future. A future powered on Pennsylvania energy, built by Pennsylvania trained workers. Whether they train at Penn Tech, whether they train in a union hall, whether they learn these skills in the 10th grade, where their eyes open up thanks to a VOTEC class where they learn how to be a welder. All of these investments are now working together, and Pennsylvanians are better off for it. So David, I want to thank you for betting on Pennsylvania. Vern has a bright future, and I'm excited about its future here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And I know that, I'm a big sports guy. I know that every day I focus on getting stuff done. It's a team game. It's a team effort, whether working with my team or whether working with regional partners who help grow our economy. Jason Fink is one of those great regional partners who understands the power of working together with the Commonwealth, the power of this region, and the power of being able to use our energy to attract great minds and great companies like Vern to this area. And so it's my pleasure to bring up one of those partners now, Jason Fink, the head of the Lycoming County Chamber of Commerce, for a few remarks. Thank you all very much.
Good morning, and thank you to the governor for being with us this morning and helping to bring more attention to Vern's opening here in Muncie. We have many great assets in Lycoming County, and a key one is our partnership with the team that he has put together at Business PA and working with us to grow economic development in Lycoming County. They literally answer the phone or will call you in the evening hours and over the weekend and working with us on projects. I had the opportunity to work with Erin Trone here this morning and need to call her out because she has looked at every avenue to be able to take and help us bring Vern to this community. So Erin, thank you. We knew, I will tell you, we knew with Vern being in California that they weren't just looking to establish their operation here in our community. While we had a key supplier here with PMF Industries, they also had other states wanting them. When the governor states that PA gets things done, it is not a slogan. He and the Business PA team, they back it up. They've been a great partner with us for not only bringing new industry to the county, but also helping others expand, like the recent expansions at local manufacturers like West Pharmaceuticals, both in Jersey Shore and Williamsport, Prysmian Group, and also Lycoming Engines, just to name a couple. These industries, including Vern, all provide good family-sustaining wages for their residents here and further support the tax base of our schools and our municipalities. When we were speaking to David and the team at Vern, I will say I knew after that first meeting that we were going to be the best fit for them. They were coming from the San Francisco area and had access to colleges like Berkeley and Stanford that they've worked with, and they're all good institutions.
They're not Penn Tech.
Well, that's exactly. They are all nice colleges, but nothing like what we've got here in Pennsylvania. Locally, they've got access to Pennsylvania College of Technology and Lycoming College. Regionally and in the state, they've got Penn State, Bucknell, Lehigh, Carnegie Mellon, and Pitt, just to name a few. Access to quality talent is important to them, and we are the right fit for them as they grow into manufacturing their hydrogen containment vessels. You see, we not only have that youth that comes from these institutions, but as important, the seasoned manufacturing culture that has a labor pool which thrives on helping companies like Vern grow and innovate. Pennsylvania and Lycoming County are well positioned to welcome even more industries and help those already here expand. Companies like Vern are seeing this, and we look forward to welcoming them to the community. And we look forward to partnering with the governor and the team at Business PA to make this all happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much. It's fine. So with that, we're happy to take a few questions from the media, and then I want to spend some time with the folks here. Any questions? Man, you guys are good. Usually they got a million questions. All right. Thank you all very much. Good job.